Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Monty. I'm at the Eagle Falls Trailhead, and it's already 11 o'clock in the morning. I tried to fish the American River coming back from visiting family off the 50, and I just wasn't seeing anything. I pulled the plug on that. So I'm at the Eagle Falls Trailhead. I'm going to try to go to Eagle Lake. It snowed. You can see there's snow on the ground, so if it's not safe, I'm not going to go. But I don't know where else to go. I'm on my way home. I was almost just going to go home and just call the day a wash, because this trip has been a 3-alarm disaster as far as productive fishing goes. So let's go try to hike up to the lake. Let's see if we can get there, and if we can get there, let's see if there's not ice on it or something and we can catch a fish. That's the best I can hope for. It has just not been working out on this trip, where I usually fish somewhere going to visit family, catch fish, fish somewhere going back. I chose the wrong stuff, man. I chose the wrong stuff, and now I'm scrambling to try to get to Eagle Lake by noon and fish for a few hours, so let's go. All right. I just talked to some people that came back. They made it to the falls. And then there's just tons of ice and a lot of snow on the trail, and it's really slippery and dangerous. That's what they told me. And looking at this right here, this entrance is slippery and dangerous. So I'm already over here. I'm gonna go hike down to Emerald Bay and fish the boat ramps at the boat dock, because all I have is artificial lures for river fishing. That's what I was gonna do, and it just hasn't worked out. So I'm hiking down into Emerald Bay by the boat camp, and I'm just gonna go stand on the end of those boat ramp docks. All I have are jigs and my fly rod with about 3 or 4 flies that I just threw into my river box. So I am obviously completely and entirely unprepared for this. I was gonna fish the American River going there and Echo Lake coming back, but I started getting on the road to Echo Lake and it was just a sheet of ice at one point. And then there was a sign that said the road was closed even though there wasn't a gate. So I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and walk down here, and if I can catch something, it'll be a salvage operation at this point. I'm not sure how many fish there are in the river off of the 50, the American River, because I stopped at a couple spots. I mean, usually you'll see like a little trout or something follow it. I fished for a couple of hours and I just wasn't seeing a single sign of life. Nothing. And there were some really good looking pools that I was casting into. And I don't know. I just pulled the ripcord. And I've stopped and fished there a couple times and I just haven't gotten anything. So, I mean, I haven't even gotten a bump, nothing. So I've logged in about 6 hours of fishing on that river without seeing a single trailer, nothing. So I don't know. I think I'm done with that until I hear otherwise. I mean, that is amazing. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna see if we can figure out how to pull something in. That's what this is all about. Just seeing if we can't salvage my poor decision making on where to go by catching something unlikely in Lake Tahoe with my limited tackle. So I've got the deep chirper running, and it says there's a bunch of fish right under me at 17 feet. So I'm gonna put a jig on and I'm gonna do some vertical jigging and see if I can't pick something up. So this thing is showing schools of fish right under the surface. And I think something's going on where the dock is interfering with its reading. It's definitely 17 feet deep, but the fish doesn't seem to be accurate. I'm watching with my polarized glasses. Truth be told, I really don't know how to use this thing yet, so I might start just doing some long casting and just see what happens. That dude is on some kind of a hovercraft. He's rolling right along. That thing does not look cheap. I don't know if I'm able to get anything for you out here, so Thanksgiving's gonna be what it is, I think. I have Thanksgiving off and I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna try to get you guys a clip, I think. Still fishing though, I'm not done yet. Holy crap, I just hit something big, boy, on a 1/8 ounce marabou jig. Holy crap. I saw the big flash out there. God, I'm glad I got a lot of line on the spool. Oh my God. This fish is huge. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. I was already thinking I'm gonna have to fish on Thanksgiving. I came out here with this marabou jig and I was just jigging this 1/8 ounce jig in. And it cranked it. This is a big fish. This ran as much as anything I've ever hooked off the shore. I'm worried about my 6-pound test. I'm glad my drag was really loose. Okay. Okay. I gotta keep him out. Oh, that's a big fish, man. It's a big Mackinaw. It's a big old Mac. This is like a legit Mac. Whew. I gotta keep him out of the chains of this dock. Oh, he's going under the dock. He's going under the dock. He could definitely get me all hung up. There he is. There he is. That's a legit Mac. This is good if you're on a boat. Oh, get in there. He's in. He's in. So this is like an 8-pound fish. That's a big Mac right there. And I got people watching from the shore. Look how big that fish is, man. That is a good size Mackinaw, boy. That's good if you get it from a boat. But he's going back. Back down to the depths. Look at him swim away. He's like, I had enough of that. I got an audience over there. Thanks. That was unbelievable. I was not expecting that. I hit him on this jig. 1/8 ounce marabou jig. It's another Mac on a jig. Whew. I have to change my line after that fish. That thing stripped so much line off. And that's why I have that clip on my fishing tips playlist. Make sure your drag is set right. You know, before I start fishing, I always grab my line and pull on it and make sure that I can strip line easily, because I can always tighten it if I have to. But when a fish makes a big run like that, if your drag is tight, you are done, finished, skadoodle, skedaddle. So one thing I can say for sure is these Mackinaw like these 1/8 ounce marabou jigs. But what I'm doing is I didn't even expect to catch anything. I was already thinking about I'm gonna be fishing Thanksgiving. So I was just going through the motions here, hoping to hit a home run, and I hit a grand slam. That thing had to be 8 pounds, man. And I'm just jigging it along, I'm swimming it. And I have a clip on my fishing tips playlist where I talk about watch your lure in the water so you can see what kind of action you can get on it. And that's what I was doing. And I was swimming that thing in about 20 feet of water, and I saw the big flash of that thing down there. And I'm just doing a steady retrieve. See, my reel's always moving, and then I'm just doing this. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm just scooting this jig in over the bottom. I mean, that thing must have just been cruising by and saw this jig and he nailed it. And when I first set the hook, it didn't feel that heavy. And then once it started running, man, booyah, baby! I am loving it. So I only fished for a couple of hours. I'm tired, man, after that whole debacle in the American River. Then I went to my cousin's house and was chasing her kids all over their house, and I'm no spring chicken, so I'm gonna take a nap up in the woods in the campground, and then I'm gonna drive home and get ready for fishing for Patreon tomorrow. But man, I had busted plans. You saw it all go down. I thought I wasn't gonna get any fish today at all, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna be fishing Thanksgiving, I guess. And just watch football at night. And that Mackinaw hit, boy. That thing was massive. I think it was probably like 6 to 8 pounds. Which, you know, Mackinaw standards, I should have measured it. It had to be like 8 pounds. It was really heavy. It was big. And I mean, you people with more Mackinaw experience can tell me what they think it is. That thing was stripping line though, man. And when you're fishing on a dock, the dock stays in place because there's chains down there. And once that thing started swimming under the dock, I'm like, I am in trouble. Red alert, red alert, red alert. That thing, because those chains will get you. I've had fish wrap around a chain. Once you get wrapped around a chain, you are done. But I didn't have a lot of tackle today. A fish like that on a 5-foot ultralight rod is exhilarating as heck. And that was a battle, boy. And I had a great time. And today, I did not expect to catch any fish. Just things weren't going right with the American River off the 50 and not making it to Echo Lake. And then too much ice and snow to Eagle Lake. So what the heck? I'll just go out on this boat dock and, hike the mile down and sit out there and see if I can get something. Marabou jig, all good. Hope you enjoyed that exhilarating fight because that thing shot lightning through my spine. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.